I should have known. I should have known when I was 8 and my dad abandoned me in a Waffle House. That should have been a pretty clear sign. I know, it is sad. I'm honestly more of a pancake person. What are you gonna do? He was a meth head. They leave. I mean, I don't want to generalize. I'm sure that there are a variety of different types and personalities of meth heads. But if I had to guess the one thing they probably all have in common, it's that they like to get up and go, you know? I didn't know he was on meth. Nobody knew because he was fat. And it's like, what the fuck? How are you fat and a meth head? Pick an addiction, you fuck. What are you, eating the meth? Just putting it on a cheeseburger, taking a bite and leaving your teeth in the bun? Just, woo! That's why they call it Crystal Burger. But you don't know. As a little kid, your dad starts doing meth because he wasn't always on meth. He was in the military. Then he retired. And I think he's like, damn, I ain't got shit to do. Guess I'll do meth. You're in the prime of your childhood. Your dad starts doing meth. You don't think, I think my father is developing a drug habit. You are in prime youth and your dad starts taking the most potent upper there is. What you think is, my dad is the most fun dad in the whole town. He built a trampoline in the middle of the night last night. We got on it with pogo sticks and took him to the roof. Are you kidding me? He's the coolest. No, my dad can beat up your dad, trust me. He hasn't slept in a month. My dad did shit I thought was regular dad shit. I got a little older and I was like, that's just fun redneck dad shit. And now I look back and I'm like, that was methed out redneck dad shit. Like we'd get snakes in the yard. You guys get snakes? Yeah, what do you do when you see a snake? Run, kill it. How do you kill it? Shovel, right? This is so funny. I'll ask this sometimes in LA, that's where I live now, and I'll go, what do you do if you get a snake in the yard? Usually someone from the South, just goes, shovel. And then I have to explain to the sweet people of Los Angeles, California, that what that person means is not that you get a shovel and you scoop up the snake and you carry him over to his natural habitat and you free him to live many years. Nope. Every man in the South, especially every dad, has a 6-foot, rusty-ass shovel. Why does the shovel have tetanus? And by the way, that shovel has never dug even a piece of a hole. Unless he had a real mouthy wife, I guess, but... No, not in the South. It would be the wife killing the... Anyway. But that shovel exists for one reason and one reason only, so that when your little girl or your wife goes, there's a snake, you go, don't worry, honey. I'll get the shovel. Right? And then 90% of men take that shovel, go up to the snake, chop the snake's head off. No more snake. Dead snake, we're good. Well, my dad liked to do, take the shovel, go up to the snake, chop the snake in half and pick up both sides of the snake and go, now we got 2 snakes, kids. Did everybody do their homework? And then he just sort of rodeo clown them to the sides of the yard. Which, to be fair, is still kind of fun redneck dad behavior, right? What's not normal, fun, redneck dad behavior is to wake up at 4 a.m. every morning, or as my dad liked to call it, oh dark 30. Because he had watched too many goddamn World War II documentaries and start patrolling the yard looking for snakes. They're out there. There's snakes in the bushes. No shit, you threw them there. We got snakes in the community. They're in the government. Bill Clinton's a lizard. He died. Not Bill Clinton, my dad. Bill Clinton, was he ever alive? He's a lizard. No, my dad died. You don't have to feel bad. It was 2020. Pretty good run for a fat meth head. But I got a call. 1st of November, 2020, early November. Your dad's dying. And I was like, oh, he's still alive. What a roller coaster I'm on. So I flew down to see him in Florida because, yeah, it was the height of 2020, but it was Florida. They're like, we don't give a fuck. Spit in each other's eyes. COVID's made up by the government. You guys are like, yeah, it was just Florida. This whole crowd's like, what's COVID? Dude, I was in California. We were in prison. They were like, don't even look out your window. So I caught the one. I was just on an individual plane. But I flew to Florida to see him. I walked in the hospital just carrying a plate of waffles. Well. The tables have turned. Now look, we're gonna get through this part. It's gonna be dark, but you can still laugh, and so don't fucking feel weird about it. But it's gonna get dicey. All right? So I'm gonna try to get through it as light as possible. He was on a ventilator. And I don't know if you guys have had loved ones on a ventilator, but when you're on a ventilator, they keep you sedated. Because apparently if you're fully awake, you got something jammed down your throat helping you breathe, and the instinct is get it the fuck out. Like, get it out of me. It's uncomfortable. And I gotta tell you, it is very strange walking in and seeing a man who is sedated because he's uncomfortable having things jammed down his throat, knowing that man is probably the reason you've been jamming things down your throat for the last 20 years. Just, is there love at the bottom of this ball sack? But I walk in with my older brother. He looks at our dying father, looks at the drugs he's attached to, and the first thing my older brother says is, dang, Dad, they got you on the good stuff. The man's dying and his nuts are out. Could you not be an addict for 5 minutes? My brother, also a drug addict. The addict doesn't fall far from the addict. It is sad. He almost died a couple years ago overdosing on heroin, which is terrible because now nobody's taking my food addiction seriously. What about me? I'm white knuckling around these cupcakes. Somebody buy me a car. I'll say this about my dad. You know, obviously he didn't make all the best moves, but he fucking stuck to his guns. He stuck to who he was. My dad, the last words my dad said before he was intubated, which ended up being the last words he said before he died, was, "Don't forget to pick up my lottery tickets." And then we were playing a Spotify list on shuffle of his favorite songs, and I swear to God, I swear to God, he took his last breath during the guitar solo of Freebird. Yeah. The second the news was like, it's official, Joe Biden is the new president. He's like, fuck it, I'm out. Beep! Bride took a speedboat straight to hell. That's where all the good meth is. Fuck it.